The world of combat sports is built on a foundation of weight classes, a system designed to ensure fair competition by pitting fighters of similar sizes against each other. But with 17 divisions in professional men's boxing and a slightly different structure in MMA, the landscape can be confusing. We will now break down every single weight class, from the lightest to the heaviest, explaining its limits, its history, and the legends who have defined it. We begin with the lightest division in professional boxing, strawweight, also known as minimum weight. To compete here, a boxer must weigh no more than 105 pounds, or 47.6 kilograms. This division was officially established in 1987 by the major boxing sanctioning bodies to provide a platform for the sport's smallest professional athletes, who were often at a significant size disadvantage in higher weight classes. While not as glamorous as the heavyweight division, strawweight has produced incredible technical masters, particularly from Asia and Latin America. A legendary name synonymous with this division is Ricardo El Finito López, a Mexican champion who retired undefeated with a remarkable record of 51 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, holding his title for over a decade. Moving up, we arrive at light flyweight or junior flyweight. The weight limit for this class is 108 pounds or 49 kilograms. Introduced in the 1970s, it served as a bridge between strawweight and the more established flyweight division. This class is known for its fast-paced action and highly skilled fighters who combine speed with surprising power. In MMA, this weight class doesn't officially exist in major promotions like the UFC for men, but it is a common division in women's MMA. In boxing, the South Korean champion Yoo Myung-woo is a legend of this division, having defended his WBA title a record 17 times during his dominant reign in the late 1980s and early 1990s. The next step on the scale is the flyweight division. In both boxing and MMA, the flyweight limit is 125 pounds, or 56.7 kilograms, though boxing's limit is a much lower 112 pounds, 50.8 kilograms. Boxing's flyweight class is one of the 8 original, classic divisions and has a rich history dating back to the early 20th century. It is known for producing some of the most technically proficient boxers in history. In MMA, the UFC's flyweight division has been home to one of the sport's pound-for-pound greatest fighters, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson, who defended his title 11 consecutive times with a dazzling display of all-around skill. Next is the super flyweight division, also known as junior bantamweight, with a limit of 115 pounds or 52.2 kilograms in boxing. This division was created in the 1980s and has become a hotbed of talent, particularly in recent years, featuring some of the most exciting fights in the lower weight classes. It is a division where fighters often carry significant power for their size. The Nicaraguan legend Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is a modern icon of this division, having won titles in 4 different weight classes, starting from strawweight and putting on thrilling performances at super flyweight. We now reach the bantamweight division, one of boxing's original 8 glamour divisions. In boxing, the limit is 118 pounds, 53.5 kilograms, while in MMA, it is 135 pounds, 61.2 kilograms. This significant difference highlights a key distinction between the two sports' weight class structures. Boxing's bantamweight division has been a stage for legends for over a century, known for fighters who blend speed, power, and durability. In MMA, the bantamweight division is one of the most competitive and popular, featuring incredibly well-rounded athletes. A name that echoes through the history of boxing's bantamweight class is Éder Joffrey, a Brazilian knockout artist who is considered by many to be the greatest bantamweight of all time. Bridging the gap to the next classic division is the super bantamweight or junior featherweight class, with a boxing limit of 122 pounds, 55.3 kilograms. This division has been home to some of the sport's most celebrated Filipino fighters, including the legendary Manny Pacquiao, who began his meteoric rise through the weight classes here. It is a division where fighters often begin to show true one-punch knockout power. The Filipino Flash Nonito Donaire is another modern legend of this division, known for his devastating left hook. The featherweight division is another of boxing's original 8, with a limit of 126 pounds, 57.2 kilograms. In MMA, the featherweight limit is significantly higher at 145 pounds, 65.8 kilograms. This is a marquee division in both sports, home to some of their biggest stars. Boxing's featherweight history is filled with iconic names like Willie Pep and Sandy Sadler. In MMA, the featherweight division has been defined by dominant champions like Jose Aldo and Alexander Volkanovski, known for their incredible skill and longevity. Next, we have the super featherweight or junior lightweight division in boxing, with a limit of 130 pounds, 59 kilograms. This division has been a launching pad for some of the sport's biggest pay-per-view stars, including Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Oscar De La Hoya. It is a weight class where speed and technique are often met with fight-ending power. The legendary Julio Cesar Chavez of Mexico is one of the greatest champions in the history of this division, known for his relentless pressure and iron chin. The lightweight division is a cornerstone of combat sports. In boxing, it is one of the original 8 divisions with a limit of 135 pounds, 61.2 kilograms. In MMA, the lightweight limit is 155 pounds, 70.3 kilograms, and it is arguably the most talent-rich and competitive division in the sport. Boxing's lightweight division has been graced by legends like Roberto Duran and Pernell Whitaker. In MMA, the lightweight division has been ruled by superstars like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev, known for their grappling dominance. Moving up in boxing, we find the super lightweight or junior welterweight division at 140 pounds, 63.5 kilograms. This division has a history of producing all-action fights and unified champions. It is often the weight class where fighters who have outgrown the lightweight division find a new home. Legendary fighters like Aaron Pryor and Kostya Tszyu have left their mark on this division with their aggressive styles and knockout power. The welterweight division is one of the most prestigious in all of combat sports. In boxing, it is one of the original glamour divisions, with a limit of 147 pounds, 66.7 kilograms. In MMA, the welterweight limit is 170 pounds, 77.1 kilograms. This division is known for producing some of the sport's biggest stars and highest-grossing fights. Boxing's welterweight lineage includes all-time greats like Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard. In MMA, the welterweight division has been home to dominant champions like Georges St-Pierre and Kamaru Usman. In boxing, the next step is the super welterweight or junior middleweight division, with a limit of 154 pounds, 69.9 kilograms. This division is often a home for large welterweights or smaller middleweights, leading to interesting stylistic matchups. Fighters in this division often possess significant power. Thomas the Hitman Hearns, with his devastating right hand, is one of the most famous champions to have competed in this weight class. The middleweight division is another of the classic glamour divisions. In boxing, the limit is 160 pounds, 72.6 kilograms, while in MMA, it is 185 pounds, 83.9 kilograms. This division has a storied history of producing some of the most revered and feared fighters of all time. Boxing's middleweight kings include legends like Marvin Hagler and Bernard Hopkins. In MMA, the middleweight division has been defined by the reign of Anderson the Spider Silva, one of the most creative and dominant strikers the sport has ever seen. Next in boxing is the super middleweight division, with a limit of 168 pounds, 76.2 kilograms. This division rose to prominence in the 1980s and has been a stage for some of the sport's most skilled boxers. It is a division that requires a blend of size, speed, and technical ability. The undefeated champion Joe Calzaghe and the 4-belt undisputed champion Canelo Alvarez are two of the most celebrated fighters in the history of this division. The light heavyweight division is the final stop before the giants of the sport. In boxing, the limit is 175 pounds, 79.4 kilograms, while in MMA, it is 205 pounds, 93 kilograms. This division is known for its combination of size, athleticism, and one-punch knockout power. Boxing's light heavyweight division has been home to legends like Archie Moore and Roy Jones Jr. In MMA, the light heavyweight division was the UFC's original glamour division, built on the backs of stars like Chuck Liddell and John Jones. In boxing, there is one more division before heavyweight, cruiserweight, also known as junior heavyweight, with a limit of 200 pounds, 90.7 kilograms. This division was created to accommodate smaller heavyweights who were unable to compete with the supersized giants of the top division. The undisputed cruiserweight champion Oleksandr Usyk, who later went on to become a unified heavyweight champion, is a perfect example of the skill and talent that resides in this division. Finally, we arrive at the heavyweight division, the most famous and celebrated division in combat sports. In MMA, the heavyweight division has an upper limit of 265 pounds, 120.2 kilograms. This is the land of the giants, where one punch can change the course of history. The heavyweight champion is often considered the baddest man on the planet, from Jack Johnson and Muhammad Ali to Mike Tyson in boxing, and from Cain Velasquez to Stipe Miocic in MMA. The heavyweight division has always captured the public's imagination like no other.